Welcome to your daily focus for September the 26th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Now, let's see what the energy is going to be for us today. Five of Cups. The Five of Cups sits here as our very first card. Could we be looking more at what we have lost rather than what we can gain or what we have around us? Yesterday's theme was very much about missing the abundance of what was around us and taking stock. And this card too, in its own way. Although we're a little bit more fearful to step out of our comfort zone when this card shows up. Because we know we've lost. We're looking at it. And it gives us a fear. It gives us a sense of self-doubt to not want to go forward, to not step any farther out of the bounds than we already have, to run back for cover while it's still, the door is still open for us or something. It's not really, but we may perceive it like that. Two of Wands. Two of Wands, here we are staring out at, well, it's not a very colorful landscape. Let's see what else comes up here. Oh, the Three of Wands. We seem a little bit more sure of ourselves by the end of the day, don't we? Five of Cups. Five of Cups, we sit here. We're not very happy. We see the cups that have fallen over, that have spilt, that we thought held abundance, only to be wasted, ignored, lost. Maybe we just don't have the clarity of what those other two cups hold for us, the understanding. This is where we can cry over spilt milk. This is where we can allow self-doubt to come in because of something that we did yesterday or something that we did not do yesterday. Maybe it was words that needed to be spoken. Maybe it was actions that needed to be done. Maybe it was a responsibility or an obligation that we didn't live up to. And we beat ourselves up. We allow ourselves to hate ourselves, to belittle ourselves, to tell ourselves that we're not deserving. We're lucky to have what we got, for goodness sakes. Let's just stop while we're ahead of the game. Why try? It's just going to end in failure anyways. Your brain will quickly respond to your sadness, with your confusion, with your fear, with your self-doubt, with your lack of courage, to your lack of courage, quite readily, with reasons why you should stay put, reasons why you should not go forward. And your brain really doesn't care if it's beating you up, if it's talking you into feeling small, little, unworthy, because the brain is wired to keep you safe. And there's fear in the unknown. There's fear in going forward because we are going in uncharted waters. Look at how those waters around us are just, it's like we're in a storm. So we could start out with a lot of these kinds of feelings today. Or situations may happen in our lives that you feel like there's a spotlight on you, like, yep, that's me. Welcome to my life. The Two of Wands says you have a choice to go forward, you have a choice to stay, and the choice is yours. And, you know, from the first card there, our vantage point towards the future may be not so pretty. Well, we're not dreaming big enough then. We're not allowing ourselves to dream. We're looking at the problems that we have to face, the hurdles. We're looking at all there is to do just to get to zero, just to get to now, to right the wrongs, to have that conversation over again, do that action over again, but this time right. somewhere in our decisions, though, because I just saw the ship as I laid it in there. There is a ship way out there on the horizon. And I don't know how well you can see it. I hope you can see the ship. And that's the hope. That's the positive energy. That's the dream still alive. So today we have to be a little bit cautious, a little bit careful not to allow that dream to die in us. Because we have the Three of Wands here. Now the Three of Wands is we are ready to step forward. We are weighing the pros and cons. We are, but I keep getting this sense whenever I pull up this card for people that there are two wands directly behind us. And if we're not careful, we can back right into those problems again. And it would hold us back. It holds us back from going down and meeting that ship. Because the only way down is to turn around. So maybe there's something that is left that we need to address, to look at, to understand, to know about ourselves, to know about a situation, to know about somebody else. And it's probably something we don't want to look at. It's something that we've put hopefully behind us. And we probably didn't give it the attention that it needed at the time, and now it's time. So this is where we sit there and we take on the responsibility. We take on the obligation. We know that there's going to be challenges. We know that the bigger the dream, the more work, the more energy, the more discipline that we have to put into it in order for it to manifest as great as we want it, as beautiful as we want it. So we can't hope that those problems go away just because we moved past them. We have to make sure. Now, it could be something internal. It could be something where you don't think you've met your obligations, or you'll never be able to meet your obligations or responsibilities, or what you need to do in order to go forward. And it's probably things that, well, I don't think they're not pleasant, or, well, they're probably not pleasant, but I don't think they would give you as much pain as your brain has been telling you it would. I think it's a very simple or easy thing to actually do. It's just hard to motivate yourself to put the energy or the time towards something. And this is, I think, where you make that decision that you want to get to that ship. You see it. You hold that one, like you have made a decision now between the two, and you hold that one, and you're ready to meet that ship, but you know you have to come down off of that rock in order to get to the dock. And so we can't leave things undone. We can't leave things without proper closure. We can't leave things without allowing the healing to happen. Let's get an affirmation here. So once again, it's a strong day. You know, this is another day we need to look at the positive. We need to understand that we have this. We can do this. We are deserving. We are courageous. We are strong. We are talented. The Ten of Fire. The Ten of Fire appears. Oh. Burning away, releasing the excess, endings clear ways for beginnings. I may be overcommitted, have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of decluttering my life. All that I release will take new form and serve the greater whole. But I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. So this is really about facing it and saying goodbye. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a partnership, maybe it's a situation, maybe it's a job venture, maybe it's a community. a home, a family. Maybe it's just the value you have put on it and you don't want to let it go because it once served great value. It once gave you security. It once gave you peace of mind so that you could get through that point in your life, that part of your life, that step of your life. In order to be strong and courageous now and going forward. Burning away, releasing the excess, endings clear ways for beginnings. I may be overcommitted or have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of decluttering my life, simplifying it, understand what truly brings in value. You know, this has been an ongoing theme now for weeks. Understanding the value things bring into your life and the things that no longer hold value in your life. And allowing those things to have closure, allowing those things to have maybe healing or endings, to make room for the new beginnings, to make room for that ship on the horizon, to allow us safe passage to it. I thank it for what it did for me. There's the gratitude. But say goodbye to the emotions, relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. I go forward in strength, taking all things of value to me in my life with me. I say goodbye to things that no longer hold value in my life. I hate using negatives though, even though it's, so there's got to be a different way we can word that. I look forward to the new values, the new things of value that present themselves to me on my path forward. The new adventures, the new opportunities, the new people. Let's see what our wise animals have to say. So remember, 10s are all about endings, but it's also about new beginnings. 10 is the end of the sequence of cards. The One of Fire starts us off on a journey, and the 10 of Fire allows us to leave that journey with the wisdom to start the One of Fire again. Cut the cards. We'll cut them again if we have to. Under the radar. A possum comes back again. The Warrior, practical, assess. When the oak is felled, the whole forest echoes with its fall. But 100 acorns are sown in silence by an unnoticed breeze. And sometimes we have to chop down that mighty oak tree where it gave us strength because it's not living anymore. It's now dead wood, or it will be soon. And as we chop down that tree, we don't even understand the potential of all those acorns falling to the ground, springing up with new life, new paths, new hopes, new adventures, new dreams. We attach ourselves to that old oak tree. It served us well. The possum is a master actor, knowing which role to play at the proper time. Possum has practical, intelligent energies that help them assess the situation as to which they should play. If they feel threatened, they play dead. Possum has entered your life today because it wants you to embrace your inner warrior. It's time for you to go under the radar until the situation feels safe once more. Be careful how you use your words at this time, as you may injure relationships and cause even more ripples. Instead, take some time to allow any arguments or miscommunications to quiet. You don't always have to be right, and sometimes stepping away from the situation helps to heal it more quickly and effectively. You may notice that work situations may feel difficult and transitions are happening. Don't start fretting that your job is in danger. Instead, let things play out around you. And so often, one bad thing, or two bad things, or three bad things all fall on our path. And we start to throw in the towel. We start to give up hope. And we stop and forget the focus we have on going forward to the problems, the chaos that may surround us now. And so sometimes getting drawn into that chaos is worse than ignoring that chaos. So does that chaos have an immediate effect on values in your life? Security, peace of mind, love, compassion? Or are they somebody else's drama? Or is somebody trying to get you all worked up for nothing? Or are you allowing yourself to get all worked up for nothing? Remain in your focus, the focus of the dream. You have the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. We're both staring at the dream. That's where our focus needs to be. And we need to truly move away from the things that don't bring in value into our life. And we need to move towards the things that do bring in value, to make us strong, to make us successful. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.